Hey, welcome to my home business office, my attic office, my home office, where I run my home business. And you run your home business somewhere just as cool, right? Doesn't matter. It could be your kitchen table. Gene Schwartz did his copy at his kitchen table, I think, if that's who I'm thinking of. I can picture it in my head. I remember listening to the audio. Anyway, doesn't matter. Maybe it wasn't him. I don't remember. In this episode, we're going to talk about some serious topics. And it came up because I had some conversations with relatives of mine and then other friends of mine that I realized they are putting themselves out there as prime targets, and I don't want you to be a target. So this is a little bit serious. I talk about these with DS Tech all the time, but I'm going to talk about this with you personally today. So whether you're a pro or you're just starting out, I got something for you that might be helpful. So let's dive into this a little bit. A lot of home business moms, empty nesters, whoever you are, most of my moms are my age, so they're probably close to empty nesting. I have a few young people out there that might be listening. Most home business moms overlook online safety and the importance of taking it seriously. So I want to talk about some steps that I've taken that you can take. And then also I'm going to tell you I do have a free course that you can take. Just type the word safe, because you want everything to be safe, in the comments, and I'll tell you how to get the free mini course. And the mini course will go into a lot more detail. So what I discovered is that some of my friends don't even know what MFA is. And I understand MFA is an acronym, and techie people like myself use acronyms all the time, but I found out we're not the only ones. My son uses MTB, and I didn't know what that was. DH, and I didn't know what that one was, because he loves mountain bike downhill racing. So those are acronyms too. So I'm just going to say not only tech geeks use acronyms. And there's me not being serious. I told you I wouldn't be serious. Anyway, but this is a serious topic. So MFA is multi-factor authentication. Okay. And when I realized that my friends didn't know what this was, I'm like, oh boy, they could so easily be hacked. It's super easy for some of these hackers to figure out passwords. And your password might be your first line of defense, like the little latch on your door. But if they get through that, is there another line of defense? That's what the MFA is. So MFA is like sending a text message to yourself. The best ways, which I talk about with an expert on a different show. If you want to watch that show, that's fine. That's mostly for, bigger business owners. However, you can learn from them. Drop, what should I have you drop for that? Just ask me. I'll point you over there. Where's those videos, Ginny? I'll point you over there where we talk about it every week. Every week we talk about all the things that you can do to protect your business. So, what was I saying? Oh, the multi-factor authentication part. The best way to do that is to use an authentication app like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator. I think the third one I have on my phone is AuthPoint. There's other ones out there. So and Duo is a super secure one. That's a Cisco authenticator for businesses. So us home business users wouldn't have access to that, but we do have access to Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator. Those ones are easily downloaded. Then what you do is when you set up that multi-factor authentication under your security settings in whatever program it is, in your email, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Instagram, I got hacked once. I'm telling you, you got to have it set up. So, I think I don't have the steps right in front of me. You can just Google it, or search YouTube, and somebody will have a step-by-step video on setting up your authenticator in any app. If you want a step-by-step and you want me to just walk you through it and help you set it all up, just get on my list by downloading one of my free stuff, like the free cybersecurity course, the free, course I was talking about. Type SAFE and I'll get that to you and you'll be on my list and you'll find all the ways to work with me, where I'll spend an hour with you, helping you set up all this stuff or helping you clean up your passwords, whatever it is. Okay. So that's one of the mistakes, is not enabling MFA, multi-factor authentication. Sometimes people call it dual factor. Doesn't matter, but in your security settings, you can set it all up. The next mistake that a lot of people make is, and I've made it before too, is saving your passwords in your browser. The problem with that is that your browsers can be easily hacked and then they have your whole password list if it's in there. So you'll want to use a password keeper. I use something called Keeper, which is exactly what the businesses use at the place I work. So if you want that, it's in my apps for home business. Just type apps and I'll get you that list. You can find it in there. Or if you just want me to send you the coupon to get, some 40% off, then just drop that you want Keeper. What did I say? Because that was a password keeper. And the reason why you want to use password keeper is so that you have a place where you can use unique passwords. Every password on every account should be different. It shouldn't be anything like your kids' names. It shouldn't be password. It shouldn't be admin. It shouldn't be anything that is easily figured out. It shouldn't be any numbers that are your like birth dates, your addresses, your hometown, your high school mascot. None of that. None of that, because social engineering can figure that out. And they have a lot of information on us by now. I'm just saying. And speaking of them having a lot of information, I'm going to tell you, and please pass this on, please freeze your accounts. Just freeze your credit. They have your social security numbers, and I don't want identity theft to be one of those things that happens to you either. It's easy to put a freeze on all 3 of the accounts. If you want help with that, again, get on my list. There'll be ways. Every email I send, practically, I'll tell you ways to work with me. It's TransUnion, Equifax, and I should have written them down, but I wasn't planning on talking about this. It just popped into my head. What is the third one? TransUnion, Equifax, and if you look it up, if you just type in Credit Karma and Credit Freeze, you'll find their blog article, which will tell you step by step all 3 of them to go into, put a credit freeze on. Then when you want to get a loan or whatever, you just unfreeze them for temporarily while you get your loan, and then you freeze them back. Just do it. It's the best way to keep your identity safe so that nobody's using your credit. And I've had so many stories. Okay, so we talked about MFA. We talked about avoiding using easy passwords that have your kids' names and birthdays in them. And lastly, probably super important also, even though I want you to click the links in my emails, I'm a trusted source. Even though I want you to click my links in the email, don't click any links. Just don't tap them on your phone. If you get, let's say you ordered an Amazon package and you get a text saying, track your package. It might be just a coincidence. It might not be real. I just telling you can't trust it. So go open your Amazon, log into your Amazon account separately on a computer or on the app in your phone, whatever. Look for your order and track it that way. Don't click the link on anything. And always be cautious and trust no one. Just don't trust. You don't know where it's coming from. Sometimes the spam in your email looks legit. Sometimes the websites. I talk about all of this in the free cyber home business, cybersecurity course, the free one, the mini course that I just told you about, drops safe. I'll get it to you. And those tips will help. The tips I just told you about will help. So use good passwords. Don't click links. Use a password keeper. Use multi-factor authentication. Stay safe out there. I want you to be safe. Get on my list. Lots of ways I can help you besides that. Make it a great day.